Alright, y'all might think I'm a smarty pants know-it-all, but I really struggle with, like, how do we talk about SNAP? Come here. So, to make sure that I'm emotionally regulated, I'm going to have PB here, and I'm not going to be doing songs or talking about how much this sucks. I'm going to talk about how this feels, how this was planned out to hurt Americans. So, John Green kind of mentioned that this feels kind of like an abusive boyfriend. Yeah. As someone who has a narcissistic family members, I can say that this is very abusive tactics. Taking away resources while employing police is saying, I think you're not going to be okay pretty soon, and I'm going to wait till you fuck up. I'll always be there when you fall. Baby, I got you. That's exactly what he's saying. And Americans have been starving. They've been malnourished. So a lot of people are like, oh, they'll be starving in the end of November, the end of December. No. No. A lot of us are barely staying above water. We've been treading water for so long, and we've watched so many of our friends drown that we're just expecting ourselves to be next, and when we're not, we're shocked. Like, oh, I made it to another day. Oh, I made it to another month. That's great. That is where Americans, a lot of Americans are living day to day of, wow, I survived. And it's been like that because of school shootings and mall shootings, and like we have built this atmosphere of like, you could die any day, YOLO, but also carpe diem, and manifest destiny if you're white, and also if you're a man, and also if you already have a family that's rich. Trump is trying to take away the resources of food so that way we are emotionally dysregulated. So that way we cannot regulate ourselves, even if we are phenomenal at regulating ourselves. Even if we are a preschool teacher who spends all day working with kids and staying calm and collected, the moment you start taking away food, attention gets a little shorter. Tempers get a little shorter. And if the kids are hungry too, just asking for misery. I don't think we can continue moving forward. I think that's where we're at, is that we're at a point where it's like, okay, do we continue sending our kids to school when they're starving? Do we continue, and don't get me wrong, like schools where a lot of kids are being fed right now. When the holidays come, that's when they will starve more. So like, the options are send your kid to school so they are fed, or take your kid out of school because this whole system's fucked and we have to do something. But also, if you take your kid out of school, then are you staying home from work to educate them? Or are you going out and working so that way you can provide for your kid? And you're leaving them home alone. In a time where it's really scary to be home alone. Where you might feel safer with friends. The point is to make us feel like we are trapped in a corner. We can't get out. Our back is against the wall. We have no hope left. We are doing a wall squat, and our muscles have already atrophied. So we know that it's just a ticking time bomb until we fall. But everybody around us is saying, just get back up. But we need help. Sometimes it takes falling down so that way we can get back up properly. And I'm not saying that the government needs to fall down. Absolutely not. We don't need to take down our government to fix it. No. People and governments are not the same. People and corporations are not the same. I know that legally they are currently, but they're not. A corporation can live and die and it doesn't get a grave. A corporation or an LLC can literally be written up online and started today, and it's alive today in less than 24 hours. To make a baby, it takes 9 months. And then like 18 years until they're like kind of an adult. And then their brains don't fully start functioning until like mid-20s. That's a person. That's a person. Someone who has had to eat every day of their life to survive. Drink clean water. Go to school for education. Go to the grocery store to get groceries. When Trump, many, many months ago, was saying groceries, this word groceries, I've heard groceries so much. It's not funny. This isn't funny. This is Dadaistic terrorism. Dadaism back in like the 1940s, or 20s? My brain's tired because I'm not eating enough. I haven't had my broth for the day. My bad. See? Temper. The canary in the coal mine! Let me be the canary in the coal mine so you all understand. Please. Please. Look over here so that way you are no longer confused about what it looks like for someone to want to live and not have the resources to do so at a way that would be fulfilling and not just survival. I was on SNAP, but I was too sick to go to my mailbox, so I missed the letter saying, hey, you need to come back in and have another appointment so we can make sure that you are still needing this. It wasn't a letter saying you don't deserve this, it was a letter saying, hey, check in with us. And I didn't have the energy after work. I wasn't working very long, but I was so exhausted because summers are my worst that I was dragging myself across the floor because I was given a walker this year, but I didn't have brakes. Do you know what sucks? Going down a ramp without brakes. Especially one that I made by hand. I'm an artist. I'm an art historian. I'm a piano composer, musician, writer. I'm not an engineer. I've had ideas that someone helped me who had like engineering and mathing brain, but that's not me. It doesn't make me bad. It means that I'm just a different kind of person. And it makes all of these different people, one, when we say, hey, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be smart and mathy or artistic and creative, or all of these combined into a conglomerate of Renaissance. Or we just have to grind and work ourselves to the bone, and then if you didn't make it, well then I guess you weren't trying hard enough. Isn't that boring? I'm bored of that. I'm really bored of managers who say nobody wants to work these days when they don't pay a livable wage. I'm bored. I'm bored of this. I'm not tired. I'm used to it, and I'm bored. And creative people shouldn't really be bored because then we make huge murals or giant sculptures or musicals, puppet shows. We get our energy out and we make people know that we're not happy with what's going on. Not with aggression or, like bringing out the 4 horsemen or anything. No, that's a Trumpy thing. Trump uses the 4 horsemen against us. No. We dance and we sing and we march in the streets and we stoically don't pick fights with MAGA because, God, they're so fucking boring. Yeah, I hear your argument, but I'm starving, so I'm gonna keep walking. No point in staying around and just listening to the same gobbledygook. Might as well just keep walking forward. Keep on marching. But are we marching to a grave? Nah. We're marching to our freedom, to our future, to get away from a nasty old king with a gross golden ball sack. I'm bored of that. I'm ready for something new. Zoran Mamdani in New York gives us hope. that this is not the end. That we as a community can come together and reunite once again. We are not alone. We are in this together. We are not alone. So hold your head high. Roll those shoulders back. Shimmy, shake, get all that loosey-goosey pain and tension out. Because baby, we're bored of that. We're Gen Z, millennials, we've been here, done that. And we're bored of that. We're bored, Trump. Starving's boring. It's so boring to suffer. So boring.